This is the Wayne County Ethics Board. Today's date is Wednesday, May 19th, 2001. Calling this meeting into session. We're going to move into the first item of our agenda, which is the roll call. Ms. Kongoro, can you take the roll call?
Each member is acknowledging that they are attending the meeting via Zoom and that they are located in Wayne County, Michigan, unless otherwise stated when I call your name. Mr. Young has requested an excuse, so Mr. Thomas?
Present in Wayne County.
Mr. Schaefer?
Present in Wayne County.
Ms. Hammoud?
Present in Wayne County.
Dr. Carnell has also requested an excuse, so Chair Pinkins?
I'm present. I'm in Wayne County.
You have a quorum, sir.
Thank you for that, Ms. Kongoro. Moving on to the next item of business, which is on our agenda, which is item B. It's the approval of the April 28, 2021 meeting minutes. At this time, I just want to ask all the board members if you had the opportunity to review the meeting minutes from the last session, which is the April 28th meeting, 2021. If anyone didn't receive a copy of those meeting minutes, just let the board know at this time.
I did.
I did also.
I have them.
Did everyone get the opportunity to review the minutes?
I did.
Yes.
Good.
All right, is there a motion to accept the meeting minutes at this time, to adopt it?
I'd move for acceptance.
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, so moved. Moving on to the next item of our agenda, which is item C, which is our unfinished business. Right now, under item number 1, we have the advisory opinion request from Wayne County Board of Canvassers member William Hartman. I believe Mr. Thomas and Mr. Williams was working on the opinion, fine-tuning it. Mr. Williams, can you just sort of give us an update of where we are? I do believe.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I believe Mr. Thomas and I did circulate revised drafts. Mr. Thomas revised my original version of the response to Mr. Hartman's request for an advisory opinion. I then slightly revised Mr. Thomas's revisions just to clean up a few things. And I believe that was included in the packet that went to the board prior to this meeting and is part of the agenda that is presently before the board. So all that is left is the board's discussion of whatever additional changes it might want to make or its general discussion of acceptance of the opinion with modifications.
Okay, thank you for that, Mr. Williams. Mr. Thomas, do you have anything to add to that? I know you were working on this as well, sir.
No, I don't have anything to add. The final draft of Mr. Williams' changes, as I see the letter today, it's May 12, 2021. I thought that the suggested changes that he made were right on point. And I am in full support of that draft of the letter, Mr. Williams' final draft of the letter.
Okay. At this time, any other board members want to, just want to make sure all the board members had the opportunity to review the advisory opinion that went out with the packet. And if there are any additional questions at this time, any board members want to raise.
I had the chance to read it as well, and I support the changes, and I really like the last changes I think made by Mr. Williams, like to add at the end, like the decision would include all statewide and federal elections involving any clients. So I think that makes it clear. So I support the changes as well.
All right, well, at this time, and the board also agrees, the chair also agrees. The chair did get the opportunity to read the letter and also agrees with the comments that have been made. At this time, the chair will entertain any motions to adopt the requested changes. And the chair's understanding is once we adopt this, then the letter will go out back to Mr. Hartman. This is actual advisory opinion. So at this time, is there a motion to accept the changes and the in the advisory opinion request, and so that that letter can be sent back to Mr. William Hartman?
I
I
make a
move
motion.
to,
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize, Mr.
That's
Moody.
okay.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
yeah, I make the motion to accept the changes made, and this is the final version. I see it dated May 12, 2021.
Okay, the motion is there. Do we have a second in favor of the motion to
I'll
adopt it?
second the mo, I will second the motion.
Okay, sir. And is there any, at this time, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? All right, the ayes have it. So moved. This letter will go back to, will be adopted, and the letter will go back to Mr. Hartman for his advisory opinion with respect to this matter. Moving on to the next item of business on our agenda, which is item D, it's new business. This time, I'm not sure if we have any new business before the board. If there's any new business at this time, we can address that. Any members have any new business that they want to address at this time? All right, with that said, if there's no new business at this time, we're going to move on to such other matters as may be properly submitted before the board. Item number E. Is there any other matters that are need to come before the board at this time? The chair is going to ask Ms. Kangura or Mr. Slizak, if he's present, if Wednesday, the third Wednesday in June works for our next meeting with respect to the commission.
Through the chair, this is Joe. In looking at my date book, yes, it does work. The June 16th.
Okay, does that work? Does that meeting work? Excuse me, does that day work for everyone?
Let me just
For
take
me.
a quick check.
Wednesday, June 16th at 9 a.m. Okay, if that day works, then that's going to be the date set for our next meeting. We normally have our meetings on the third Wednesday of each month. I don't think a motion is needed at this time. All right, so if there's no other matters that may be properly submitted for the board, we're going to move on to item number F, which is any public comments. Are there any public comments at this time? Okay. All right, if there's no public comments, then we're going to move on to the last item of our agenda, which is adjournment.
Before, per chair.
Yes, Ms. Hammoud.
I know that last meeting, you discussed the distribution of the packet, not just like the general agenda. I'm just curious if there was any progress toward that or any actions that we need to make.
And thank you for bringing that up, Ms.
Okay.
Hammoud, too. I did speak to Ms. Lane, and I was, and the issues I was concerned about, she did address some of those issues. And the issues I had was with respect to the packet that goes out. I believe it actually happened with this packet. Normally in the past, and Ms. Hammoud knows that she's been on this board as long as the chair has, the chair has never seen the packet sent to so many different people. Yeah, it's usually the main people that's sent to are the board members, as well as it goes to there are some people who are CC'd, people who may request a packet, some of the different departments in Wayne County. But for some reason at the last meeting, it went out to about a good 100 different people. This board was CC'd at the bottom, and I found that to be somewhat strange because this is our packet for the board. I did address that with Ms. Lane. She did inform me that certain people had requested a copy of the packet. My biggest concern, and just not violating the Open Meetings Act, because my understanding of the Open Meetings Act says that the meetings have to be open to the public. I had no problem with the agenda, that you see here on your screen, being presented to the public as well for them to follow what we're discussing. But sending out a packet of material which contain complaints, and inside those complaints you have people's personal information that's not redacted, Just sending that out to the general public was the chair's concern. And that's what was done at before the last meeting. So that was of the highest concern for the chair. And I did address that with her. She said she was going to talk to the legal department about that. She did get back to me, and again, this is what she said was protocol. She did say that, and I think Ms. Kangura acknowledged that the board should have been the main recipients of the package, as well as the CC, the people who they went out to should have been CC. She did say that in the future, they'll look to just send out the agenda, and possibly if they're going to send out the packet again, to redact any names and addresses. Again, that was the main concern I was having. I did address that I'm not sure of any other boards that send out any package material that they're going to actually address that day that go to each board member. So those are some of the things that we did discuss, and the chair was having some concerns with that these information is being sent to the general public. So that's where we are. Hopefully we'll get some more feedback as to making sure that this is not sent out to the general public. And if it is, like I mentioned, all the names and addresses should be redacted, because again, it does go against the anonymity part in the ethics ordinance. And it can be somewhat discouraging when people are filing complaints against various members within Wayne County, within some of these departments, for that information to just be disseminated to the general public. So again, Ms. Humwood, I want to thank you for bringing that up. I am still working with Ms. Lane to try to get this matter resolved. Is there any questions from any board members at this time for what we just discussed?
No, thank you, because I had similar concern, and I'm glad you brought it up last meeting. I didn't want to forget, about it. So thank you for addressing that.
No problem. Thank you so
I
much.
agree
Thank
with
you.
everything you said.
Thank you again, Ms. Humwood, for reminding me as well. Okay, well, if we have no further discussion on that matter, I'm going to move on to the last item. I know this has been a short meeting. Again, the board want to officially welcome Mr. Schaefer back to the board. Thank you, sir, for being here. Hopefully I'll get a chance to see you at the next meeting. So at this time, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. So moved. We are adjourned. All right,
Thank you, sir.
everyone. See everyone
Everybody at the next meeting.
the next meeting.
All
June
right.
16th.
Have a great
Yeah.
week.
Have a great week. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Same to
Thank
you.
Thank you.